Let me catch my breath. Hi friends, welcome back to the Chemically Imbalanced Black Girl podcast. We are on episode 40. Very exciting, you guys. Remember when I was on like episode 3? If you've been here from like episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you're listening to episode 40 right now, I need you to like really hug yourself tight right now. Like, Zaria wants you to buy yourself a Starbucks drink, a piece of candy, go get you that crab boil, girl. Go get you a piece of gum. Go fill your gas tank up. Like, I want you to do something nice for yourself today because you've been rocking with me for 40 episodes. That's a long time. That's a lot. That's like a couple hours out of your life that you've just been listening to me talk my shit. And even if you haven't been here from episode 1, scroll down right quick and just go listen to like 3 seconds of it and then come right back to this episode and then do something nice for yourself because that's, gang is gang. You know what I mean? A support is a support. But today, guys, I have a really short episode for you planned. Y'all know last episode, me and Mango gave y'all an hour. I'm not gonna lie to you, editing the episode took a lot out of me because that was almost a 2-hour and 20-minute episode. And editing videos by myself when I'm the only one talking is so easy because if I don't like something I'm saying, I'll just 86 the whole shit. I'm like, that whole 13 minutes of that entire conversation I just said, yeah, none of that shit's going in the episode. It's hard to do that when somebody else is talking because when me and Mango start like talking, we name drop, like we don't give a fuck about anything we're saying, but we forget that this is content and like other people have to listen to it, including the people that and we're not talking shit or nothing like that. We don't do that. But we do include names and shit of, things that maybe those people shouldn't hear. So it was really difficult for me to edit that. And I'm pretty sure you guys heard the chops in there. I was fucking struggling. But some of the things she was saying, I had to like cut and clip and push together so that it could still make sense because I couldn't. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. But after that hour episode, y'all, plus with all that shit I got to do today, we gonna give like a maybe 22-minute episode because y'all, when I tell you I got a plane to catch in like a couple hours, not a fuck thing is packed. Not even, I'm telling y'all, not even my toothbrush. Like, nothing is in that bag. That bag is bare as fuck. But before I get into this very short episode, like, hey, I feel like I don't talk to y'all a lot. I know I'm talking to y'all right now, but I feel like I don't be asking y'all questions like, good morning, it's Saturday, like, did you wash your butt? I'm just kidding. Y'all know how Berlin be saying that on all of his videos. He's like, did you wash your butt? Anyway, I hope you did. I hope you smiling. I hope you have a fantastic day. Couple things I want to talk about before I get right into the episode is I have a lot of negative comments all the time, and negative comments really don't bother me. Obviously I don't get a lot of comments on this podcast. This is still very baby. So the bigger this podcast gets, I'm sure the negative comments will bother me more. I'll just be less likely to talk about them on the actual show. But there was one that I got recently that it didn't bother me. I was just like, I wonder how many people think this. And I've talked about it with y'all before. And it's about the name of this podcast. Somebody told me verbatim that the name of the podcast was too long and that it's not catchy and that it's too much of a mouthful for people to say, so it won't catch on. And obviously I agree with that. This podcast is very lengthy in title and name. So when you're trying to get somebody to listen, like, oh, what podcast y'all listen to? You have all these cute little 2-syllable names that you give out. I'm not going to give an example right now because obviously I don't want y'all to go listen to them. I want y'all to listen to me. But the little cute podcast names people have. And I don't mind my podcast being a long name because the name, y'all know, I've said it before, the name catches the audience of the people I want to fucking catch. But there was somebody else that included themselves in the conversation, which, if you know me personally, always pisses me off. So I responded to the comment that said my podcast name was too long, and I was like, I agree. I just don't think that the content I think the content matters more than the podcast name. If I'm giving out A plus 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 content, nobody's gonna give a fuck what the podcast name is. I promise you, nobody is. They're gonna click on the video when they see the name and be like, "That's that bitch I want to see." I'm pretty sure when this podcast does blow up, people are just gonna call it Zaria's podcast. Like, I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna say, or they're just gonna say CIBG, which a lot of people call it now. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna say the full fucking Chemically Imbalanced Black Girl podcast. Nobody's saying that's a fucking mouthful. But this is a conversation happening in the comment section on TikTok, right? And I told y'all, I only comment on things when I'm under my podcast page because I want to get the name out there. And so that was my response. Basically, I don't think that the title is more important than the content. There's a white girl who we weren't talking to added herself in the comment section. It was like, first of all, said the most outlandish shit I've ever read in my entire life. She was like, yeah, I just checked your page. I just went to Spotify to check it out, and it is a very long title. It makes people want to shy away from it. She was like, you should, what the hell let me go back and read it. Hold on. She was like, you should name it something cute and sassy, like girl please, girl what, girl whatever. I was like, like, this woman was giving me the most ghettoest blackest shit. She was like, why would I name my podcast Girl Please? If there's a podcast out there called Girl Please, girl, do your thing. But bitch, don't ever try me like that. When I clicked on this lady's profile, because I'm thinking that it's a black person talking to me. I'm thinking she giving me, even if it was a black person talking to me, Girl Please is a stupid ass podcast name. Like I said, if there's a podcast out there called that, then y'all do y'all thing. Y'all ate. But I clicked on this lady profile. First of all, this is a child. She's younger than me. She might be, older than 18, but she definitely wasn't in her 20s, or she could have been like 21, 22. But I was just, all I saw was white. So I was just like, when I read, because I read the comment before I looked at her profile. So when I'm seeing girl please, girl whatever, girl I'm thinking, okay, this is a black girl. Man, I clicked on that goddamn profile and saw skin white as snow. I was like, this that shit that I be talking about. And y'all know I love a good recommendation. I love a good tip. I love a good tack. I love a good anything you can tell me to help me with this fucking podcast, because I'm so non-technical and I've just never put out content before. So I love tips and tricks. Don't say stupid shit to me. I hate stupid shit all the time. I do. And that was just stupid. I didn't respond, obviously, because like I said, I was under my podcast name, so I didn't want to be disrespectful. Honestly, you could tell me anything under my podcast name. Like, if you comment on my podcast page and say I'm a big fat hairy bitch, I won't say anything back, because I have to exude like some type of professionalism. Now, you say that shit to my face, it's another story. But y'all, I just didn't like that. I think that's the first and only comment. It won't be the last, but it's definitely the first one that actually pissed me off, because I was just like, this wasn't even a troll. Like, you know how you see a stupid ass comment on TikTok, you click the page, it's like a robot for their profile picture and no posts. They following like 10K people. You know what I mean? That's a fucking troll. This bitch had content. Like, she was like herself. I was like, there's no way you just commented that and I'm going to be able to look at you. Like, I can see your whole life. Like, I know who you are. I couldn't believe that. Genuinely couldn't believe that she had the balls to say that. But, we live and we learn. So with all that being said, I know that this podcast is a very long name. Like I said, I don't have many complaints about the name at all. I really, truly don't. But from now on, I think we're just gonna not because of her, not because of the comment. I don't want to make it seem like she put an idea in my head that this podcast name is too long. I know how lengthy this is. I'm the one who chose it. But I do think when you're telling the podcast to somebody else, like if you're trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Like if you're trying to get somebody else that to listen to this podcast, or tell somebody else about this podcast verbally, like out loud, then you should just say the CIBG podcast. If you want to say the Chemically Imbalanced Black Girl podcast, by all means, we will go off. But, there is an acronym. I just want y'all to know that. It's me trying to hide the salt with the giggling, because I'm not going to lie, it really did irritate me. And y'all, I don't even know if I need to like reevaluate myself and think about if I would have been as mad if she was a black girl, or like any other besides what she was. it just really, really pissed me off because I was like, shorty, please, this conversation should not have you in it. But since it does, do your thing. But okay, y'all, that is the perfect segue for me to get to what I want to talk about. And this is going to be the main thing I talk about this episode. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, I got shit to do like right now. So this episode, I promise you, is going to be so short. Y'all go click on it and be like, I know this bitch did not just give us an hour and 20 minutes just to turn around and give us 15. Anyway, so y'all, let me tell you, I was watching my parents the other day, and I don't know if y'all got old parents like I got. Y'all know, my parents are, they up there in age, you know what I'm saying? They float in 70 and 60, you know what I'm saying? But I was just watching them the other day, like people watching, but from like inside the house. And y'all, it got me thinking like what type of old person I wanted to be, because there's like 5 categories of old people, right? And I was just like, I can't be in some of those categories. So my parents are the sires. And if you don't know what that is, it's old people that walk around and just do this all day. That's all they do. Nothing could be wrong. Everything could be peachy fucking clean. And they will just sigh. And it makes the surrounding audience, it makes the surrounding people seem like something is wrong, or that like there's an unspoken issue that you're not fucking saying, and it's making me feel like I'm the issue. Not me personally, but like that's just how it makes people feel when you sigh all the fucking time. And I hate the sound of a fucking sigh. I hate the sound of, if it's not a comical like, oh my god, you stupid bitch. If it's not something like that and you're actually like sucking in the earth to release it back out, like, why are you doing that? I hate that shit so much. I really, really do, y'all. I cannot be that old person that just walks around and sighs. Like, I hate it. So then I had like a whole existential, like mental, like breakdown about my life, right? Just watching my parents walk around and do old shit. I had like a mental breakdown. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. So like I said, it made me think about like what type of old person I wanted to be. And obviously I'm not even old yet. We still got a lot to learn and grow and adjust to, y'all, because we only in our mid-20s. But then it made me think like, okay, so before you get to be who you are, even, you need to be where you want to be, right? So before you get to be Zaria has to be at a certain place, right? Because I don't know about y'all, but like me personally, if my like bills, finances, and hair aren't together, there's no way possible I could be the best me, old bitch or not. Like young Zaria, old Zaria, middle Zaria, bills, finances, hair has to be laid, or I gonna be the saddest bitch walking. Like I can't do it. So then that made me think about like what point in my life do I want to get to where I can genuinely sit back and be like, this right here is Zaria. This is the place I want to be at. This is who I want to be. This is who the fuck we are. And bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit was so exhausting. It was so exhausting to talk about. Y'all ever like start thinking about something and you just get irritated at how long it's about to take you to think about this? It's just like, I shouldn't even, why do I do this to myself? Like, and I'm not gonna stop thinking about it because I have to think it all the way through to the end. Because I'm an overthinker. I have a bachelor's degree in that. Like, I have to go all the way to the end or else I'm gonna be pissed off for the rest of the day. So I had to go into the rabbit hole. But anyway, I started thinking about like what I wanted my life to look like and what I wanted out of my life to be able to say, this is who I am because of where I am, right? So then obviously I started thinking about my podcast, because we all know it. At some point, one of these days, I'm going to start to monetize off of it, right? We see the talent. We see the future is coming. The money's coming. So then I was thinking about all the other opportunities that could come out of my podcast being popular and blowing up, like brand deals, sponsorships, even a carpet presenter. I've seen that happen. People be at the BET Awards or any type of award, just holding the mic up to famous people, like, and you be watching TV like, oh, she does that bitch from YouTube. Like, it can happen. And so I was thinking about all those things and the opportunities for me and where it could take me and how it would affect me, my personality, my lifestyle, everything, right? And even though I daydreamed some pretty cool opportunities for me and pretty cool, like, just things that could come out of having a successful podcast. Do y'all want to know what my conclusion was? You already know it, bitch. You already know it. You listening right now. Yes, you. You already know what it is. Everybody say it with me. We might say a different word, but it's gonna be the same thing. I promise you. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Financial confidence, bitch. You got it right. If you said money, you hit the nail right on the fucking head, bitch. You got it. Financial confidence is something I've never had. I've had finances, and I've also had financial freedom in my life, which means at some point in my life, I was making a ton of money, and I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to do with it, right? Because that's just what I was doing at the time. I had no budget. I had no kids, no husband, no house, no mortgage, no car payment, no nothing. I was buying every fucking thing. Financial confidence is what I want, though. I want to not necessarily have to check the price tag. I want to be able to want something and be able to get it and know that money is going to be recuperated. If you've never had financial confidence, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And if you do have financial confidence right now, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Like, I want there to be confidence in having money, spending money, donating money, giving money away. I just don't want there to be any spookiness about finances. Like I just said, when my bills aren't paid, when there's no money in my pocket, my wallet, my bank account, like I am no good to anybody. I'm just a piece of flesh walking around. If my hair's not laid, you know what I mean? There's just no way Zaria can be Zaria. And that's what I want. So that means from the moment this podcast starts making money to the point where this is my only stream of income, and I mean only stream of income, meaning whether that is just the paycheck from YouTube, whether it's the paycheck from YouTube and sponsors, whether it's either or, when this podcast starts making enough money to where this is all I need to do to live on my own, shop on my own, to basically live off of this podcast, a bitch is stopping. And I don't mean stopping the content. I'm going to do this podcast for the rest of my life, if willing. But I mean, like, I cannot chase a bag for the rest of my life. I can't chase a bigger opportunity. I can't chase, if I ever hit 100K subscribers, everybody knows that's my goal on YouTube. I have no desire to hit 1 million. I have no desire to do any of this. Just like Corey Kenshin, if y'all watch him on YouTube, that nigga is riding off 15 million subscribers. He's been doing this shit since like 2010. And every day, every time he gets to a new million, like when he was at 12 million, he was like, all right, 14 million, 15 million. He was like, all right, here's the 20 million. I'm not going to give a fuck. I'm really not saying that that's a bad thing that he does that, because Corey, one of the most successful YouTubers in the whole world besides Mr. Beast. But I cannot run this rat race for the rest of my life. So once I hit the goal that is my goal, there are no more goals that follow after that. You know what I'm saying? I cannot be goaled up for the rest of my fucking life. It sounds exhausting. I truly don't mind being stagnant if I'm stagnant in my happy place. Like I can't keep climbing the ladder. I bought this ladder at a specific height, and there's no more room to climb. I bought it at that height for that reason, bitch, and we made it there, and we're gonna sit at the top of this ladder and enjoy the fruits of my goddamn labor, because I cannot, there's just no reason. I don't have the energy, and I don't have I'm just not that type of person to be like, all right, we did this, what's next? We did this, what's next? I'm the type of bitch who's like, we did this? For real? Me? I did it? Like, I didn't even know I could do this. Like, there's no way we actually did this shit. Like, I'm going to marvel in the fact that I actually hit a goal for so long. Like, you guys really don't understand. Like, I've already told y'all, I don't have like an entrepreneurial spirit. Did I say that word right? Even if I didn't, it's okay. Y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. But I just don't have like that go-getter energy, that keep moving spirit. Like, once I get what I want and I can live there happily, then that's just where we're going to rock out from. Now, obviously, in doing that, if I keep making content, then obviously more subscribers will come, more opportunities will come, and that is fine. That is fine. Whatever comes to me, I will take if it's in my best interest. Please do not get that misunderstood. But for me to do what I'm doing right now, especially with this podcast being so little, like, I'm on Linktree every other day, like reaching out to companies, CEOs, managers, like, hey, my name is so-and-so and this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to do that anymore. Once I get that goal, y'all, listen, y'all are still going to get content. Obviously, like I said, I'm never going to stop, but y'all are going to see the shift from when, like, I'm really, like, hustling, trying to get this podcast out here to where I did it, and we're just fucking cruising from then on. Remember when I said this was going to be a lay down podcast? When I start recording the episodes, bitch, I'm going to have a weighted blanket by, like, episode 200. Like, please, like, don't get this girl some money. Please. It's going to be a lava lamp in the back. Like, it's just going to be random shit that you guys know, like, oh, this bitch is living good. Like, she is not, like, she's not doing it for the kill anymore. Like, she's eating. Okay, y'all, we already on fucking 25 minutes. Jesus. Okay. I said that this is not going to be a long episode, and I mean that. Oh my God, my mic just fell down. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about something. I'm going to end the episode on a semi-serious but semi-funny thing that I was thinking about, okay? If you heard a little rumble just now, I swear to God I didn't just fart. It was my foot sliding on the ground, okay? Don't try it. Don't. Okay, so, y'all, it finally happened, y'all. Y'all know, if you don't know anybody with, like, mental health issues in your personal life, I'm probably the most mentally fucked up person you know, right? Okay. It finally happened. I had a panic attack. I had a really bad one that I haven't had since, like, fucking 2020. Like, I was pulling hairs out, bitch. I was really stressed out, okay? This was, like, almost 2 weeks ago, okay? I'm fine now. A bitch about to get on a flight, pack a bag. We're about to have the time of our lives. But I need to I won't tell y'all what caused... I won't tell y'all what caused the panic attack because I have to go. So I'll get into that next episode. But I will talk about something briefly that I was thinking about while I was having the panic attack. I was trying to calm myself down and make myself laugh. So I wanted to share it with you guys because not only did I think it was funny, but it calmed me down from the original thought I was having. So as I was having this breakdown, I was thinking about comfort, and I am not really, I've talked about this before with y'all, tons of time. I'm not really a comforting person, and I'm not really a person you can comfort. You know what I mean? In the presence of any high emotion, when I'm around anybody else, I want to leave, because I think comforting people is stupid. And not because I don't know how to do it. I just think when I do it, me personally, not if you comfort anybody else, like me, I just think when I try to do it, it's fucking stupid because I don't know what to say. I'm saying stupid shit. I'm like, you want a glass of water? Like, I'm just going to leave because I feel like, that's the best thing to do. And when I need comforting, I just leave from when I'm around people because I don't want people to see me like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was thinking about. And then I started thinking about religious people, right? And I was thinking that, like, a part of me wishes that I had a relationship with God the way some religious people do, right? Like, when y'all are sad or mad and life just seems like unnecessary as hell, you guys go to God and you get comfort, right? You get down on your knees, you fold your hands, or you close your eyes and you pray and you ask him for whatever you need, a miracle, anything, literally anything you're going through. You don't even have to ask him for anything. You just talk him through what the fuck, maybe I shouldn't cuss when I'm talking about God. Anyway, you just talk to him about whatever you're going through, right? And whether he answers or not, that prayer gave you solace because he's listening to you, right? And I think that's beautiful. I really do. Even though I don't agree, I think that is amazing. I wasn't made to think like that or do stuff like that. But I really do think that is probably one of the most comforting things in life, right? Because when I have a bad day, or when I do need comforting, because everybody does need it, I just refuse to have it, I just go to fucking sleep. I say it all the time. I'm not afraid to say it. I know that's not healthy. I know that's not like a, like a an adult way to handle your situations, but that's all I got right now. You know what I'm saying? I just roll over and go to sleep like, fuck it. Well, like I say it all the time. I don't have to repeat myself, but that's just what I do. And because of that, not because of that, and I wouldn't say I've always, but a part of me when I was a kid, I've always wanted to establish a relationship with God. So I could ask him, like, why he made me. And I know that sounds crazy, but I just know that would be a hilarious conversation, y'all. Like, I personally, like I said, I don't have a lot of opinions on God and stuff like that, but if I think that man has a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like whatever I went up there and said to him, he would be laughing his ass off. Like, imagine you die and you just get to ask God one question. Like, what question would you ask him? I already know. I already know how that whole situation is going to go down. Like, imagine today I just get hit by a big ass bus, right? I'm just gone. Like, boof, gone. There you go. Zaria's here 1 minute, gone the next. Let me knock on some wood so that shit don't happen. But then, like, I just, like, float up to these cloudy-ass Golden Gates. And I'm like, wow, that's fire. I did not know y'all really had that. That's crazy. Like, the vision, I see the vision. It's crazy. What is that? Is that Gucci? All of a sudden, this white robe appears on my skin. I got sandals. I'm like, it's giving Yeezy and it's giving Dior. Like, you really ate with this. The fabric is crazy. Like, oh, my gosh. I'm, like, looking for God, like, the payphone. I'm walking through the clouds, like, fresh grass. I'm like, the landscaper ate with this. You see the lines? Wow, that's that water into wine shit. That's that water into wine. I see it. Then I'd, like, find God. I'd walk up to his throne, and I feel like he'd be looking down at me, and we'd just be staring at each other for, like, 20 seconds, and then bust out laughing. Like, just actually, like, bent over, huffing and puffing, tears coming out the eyes, crying, laughing. And I'm gonna be like, no, cuz, for real, what was that? What was that down there? 25 years, my man? 25 years of straight bullshit. Like, you just out here making niggas for fun, huh? And I feel like he's going to be pissing laughing on himself. Because he's going to know I'm right. Like, at this point, God, what channel did my life come on? Because pull it up right now. Because I know it was a family joke up here. There's no way you had me do that for 25 years. You're dead wrong. You're dead wrong. I can't even believe it. I feel like he's going to be, like, trying to regain his composure just to say some, like, omnipotent shit. Like, he's gonna be like, my child. Wait, he's gonna be like, my child. My child, you were one of my strongest. And you had a wonderful life to live after all that darkness. And I'm gonna be like, okay, so next time, how about we put a little light next to the darkness, brother? That would have really helped the girl out while she was down there. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, you could have just made me stronger than a bus. That really would have helped me out. That really would have done me some good. But, now I'm just, look at me now. Just look at me now. Strong as hell up here with you. Just giggling and laughing. Where the hell my cloud at? And put my shit down. Like, I just feel like it would be such a funny ass interaction if I ever got to meet God, because I just know he would be so much like me. Like, he would just, like, like, I'd be cleaning my room. It'd be like the golden hour where we got to clean up the clouds, and he'd just throw a Kit Kat at my head. Like, hey, I went down there and got you your favorite candy. Like, I just feel like he would fuck with me the whole time I'm up there. I don't know, y'all. This is the stuff that I think about when I'm going through, like, a midlife crisis. Like, when I'm having a panic attack, this is stuff that I think about, like, God throwing Kit Kats at my head. Like, but that's what gave me comfort. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, just because I don't have the relationship that other people have with God doesn't mean that he doesn't come to me in other ways. Like, I was laughing my ass off in my room by myself when I had just got done crying. Like, anybody on the outside of my room probably thought I was a fucking psychopath. But these are the things that I think about to give myself comfort, because I'm not a head on the shoulder type bitch. I'm not a cry into your chest. I'm just not going to do that. So to make myself feel better, I think about God throwing candy at my head. And, and it worked. So, yeah. But guys, there's going to be no Am I the Asshole on this episode. Like I said, I literally have to go right now. But thank you for listening. Episode 40 again, like I said. Episode 50 is going to be a video recorded episode. Now, It just has to be. Even though, like, a part of me, my heart just stopped right there. I know you heard it, but I have to make this podcast, like, popping. Like, I have to get it around the world. I just do, because I just do. I at this point, I really don't care about my insecurities anymore. If I'm ugly, I'm ugly. If y'all see me and y'all be like, damn, bitch, you were right. That is a unfortunate ass face. That's just gonna have to be what it is, because like I said, I just cannot run this rat race any longer. And we need to get your girl out there. Like I said, when I was doing the episode with Mango the other day, and we were looking at all the Black girl podcasts, your bitch was at the bottom. And at the time, it didn't really eat me up like that, but now it's eating me up, and I don't like that. At the bottom, like, Mango scrolled 4 to 5 times, and probably even more than that, to even see my podcast name. I don't like that. So we're going to fix that. So again, like I try to say every episode, as you're listening to this, before you swipe up on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or YouTube, give a like, a comment, and a rating. Help your girl out. Okay, guys, that's the end of the episode. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and you know your girl's on TikTok. Let's make this podcast the podcast. Okay, y'all? I want to hear you talk about it in the streets. 5 stars if you're feeling frisky, and 5 stars even if you're not. All the beautiful music in this episode is by the amazing Zoe Marie. Zoe's music can be found on all streaming platforms, so please go listen and love it just like I do. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.